Hello guys, and welcome to my channel and to my new video series, which is the Project Gotham Racing 2 walkthrough, Platinum walkthrough obviously. My name is Alex and this is the first time I'm doing voiceover over my videos. And English is not my native language, as many of you have already noticed probably. So yeah, cut me some slack and bear with me. I will mess up a lot of the pronunciations and will look for words, etc, etc. So yeah, it's the first time I'm doing it. I do not have any script. I'm just doing it like in a very spontaneous manner. Like, yeah, this is basically how it's going to go down. So yeah, PGR2, this is the menu. These are the general options, controller, TV, etc, etc. I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough over those menus. Nothing special. It's in German. I believe I couldn't even change the language setting, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these are the records in the game. I was thinking about showing them at the end of the playthrough, but thought that I could incorporate it right at the beginning. So to play through this game on Platinum, I played almost 153 hours, have driven over 4,700 kilometers, and my most used car was the Cupra GT. And I got almost 8,000 Kudos points on average per race or per challenge. So this is the car battle and street battle type of mode in the game. This is the arcade mode here with the street races, 20 street races, 20 time trials and 20 slaloms, which I did, at least the slaloms. And this right here, what you see, is the main mode of the game, the Kudos Championship, which I did play through and platinumed every single challenge. And the text on the left are the car classes, you know. The cars are sorted by class, like sports car and American car, muscle car, etc, etc. So this is the first race. A quick entrance into the race with the Seat. Wow, I even forgot how it's called. Is it the Leon? I'm not sure. It's a good car, I like it. The first race is in Italy, Florence, and isn't too hard as you can imagine, like it's the first race in the game. But again, on Platinum, which is the hardest mode you can choose for any race, I believe there are 7 difficulty levels in this game, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even more. Like, you have a lot of choice, and Platinum is generally pretty hard. Less so in the street races, like here, because, like, you can, like, being honest, you can push the cars to the side, and they are not, like, they are really quick, but they're not like super professional quick, like some super AI that extracts 99 or 100% out of the car, but they are still fairly quick, really. I had to get used to the controls anyway, and I was new to the game. I played it maybe 15 years ago the first time, and for maybe 10 minutes. So yeah, I still had to get used to the controls, and right from the beginning, like, I needed a few tries for this race. When you get into the game, it's obvious that you need some minutes at least to get used to the handling, to the physics, to the frame rate also, because this game runs, it's a PAL version, probably in 25 frames. I don't know how that was with the Xbox and with our TVs in the PAL regions. It must have run in 25 frames, probably. In the NTSC, the Americas, the American regions, and other NTSC regions, it should have been 30 frames for this game. So yeah, there was like a factor to account for. because today's games are much more fluid, they have better frame pacing. Most 30 frames games run like really in 30 frames and everywhere in NTSC and PAL regions because of the new TVs and their new technologies. And many games are in 60 frames. So yeah, that makes it easier to handle and control the cars in the newer games. And makes it here harder because it's not as fluid as in the newer games. Yeah, that basically was the first race already. The second is a so-called driver's duel or Fahrerduell in German. And the first race, which was a street race, would be called Straßenrennen in German. Yeah, you can also learn a little bit of German on my channel, have fun. And our opponent here in the driver's duel is the Lancia HF Integrale, I believe it's called, right? Like a legendary car. I like it a lot. Like a boxy, very boxy design. Pretty much very 80s if you think about it. Or was it introduced in the 90s? Must have still been an 80s car. But yeah, I think it looks great. And considering its age and HP or HP to weight ratio, it does drive pretty well. It does have pretty impressive specs and lap times. It's a great car. And I don't know, I believe I did need some 5 tries. Like I needed multiple tries to beat him. It looks fairly easy from the outside, like when you watch this replay. And it looks, I mean, not even that great. My driving was never really perfect, like in my Gran Turismo runs on my channel. But it's like it's more difficult than you think, really. It's really more difficult. The Seat, by the way, has a front wheel drive, which makes it drive rather easily, like easily to control, but it has some understeer you have to consider, and the Lancia has four-wheel drive, which does give it certainly an edge, an advantage over my Seat, and is a little bit quicker on the straight, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it wasn't that easy. As you can hear in the replays, you have also noticed that in the first replay, certainly, there is some music I added it to for your enjoyment, and I plan not to talk too much or not at all during the replays, because they should serve a purpose like of a relaxed and chilled way to enjoy the video and just enjoy the beauty of the cars, which I do enjoy a lot. I mean, I'm a car nut, and like if you love cars, if you're a car nut, you absolutely love going them around any track and just marveling at their beauty, because in a way it's also a form of art, industrial art if you want so. And yeah, just for enjoyment. The next one, as you have seen, is the Renault Clio in Australia, Sydney. And this is the first cone challenge, I know it's called in English. In German, Slalom. Slalom, I believe this word does exist in English too. And the slalom, the cone challenges in the game are by far the hardest challenges. Basically, the idea is that you need to drive quickly and perfectly in a way, like you are not allowed to hit the cones, obviously, and you need to drive between the cones, and you need to drive between each cone pair rather quickly, because if you're not quick enough, the combo will break. And the chain combo, you are chaining those cones with each other by driving quickly through them or between them. And well, if the combo breaks, you have regularly no chance at winning the cone challenge. There are some cone challenges where you could let the combo break once or even twice and have at the end of the challenge enough kudos points. These are the kudos in order to win the challenge, but in most cone challenges that is not allowed, so to say. If you hit a cone, it's basically game over in any cone challenge, because then you will lose almost all points you have made up until this point. But if you just are too slow between the cone pairs, the cone would just stops. Like you get the points yeah, now I'm looking for a word. Well, basically you don't lose as many kudos as when you hit a cone. So this is how this mode works, and it's very, very challenging, very frustrating, but at the same time very fun and rewarding when you win it, obviously. But yeah, very, very, very hard. This next race is in Australia, Sydney again. This is a driver's duel yet again. I'm still using the Seat because I don't have enough kudos to buy any other car. I believe I didn't get them yet, and this is why I'm using it. The Golf itself, this is the Golf R32 all-wheel drive, good speed, you know, good acceleration, great handling, far superior to my Seat. So I was a little dirty there, a little bit unfair, I admit. Yeah, I possibly had to use these dirty tactics in order to win at all. The Seat, by the way, is one of the 2 cars at the beginning of the game you get in order to play through the Kudos Championship mode, and is, as far as I remember, definitely the better of the 2 cars to use. Like it's much faster. And this is why I'm using it still. The Kudos system itself, how it works, as you can see through the entire game, like through your playthrough, while you are driving, you are getting constantly new points. It's like for gaining a position, getting the first position, having a clean race, jumping, drifting, sliding, especially. This is for what you are getting points for, and this is basically how it works. You can also, as you've just now seen, do chain combos during the race. Like if you would constantly have a super clean line, for which you also get kudos points, and like drift at the same time, maybe even do a 360, you can also get points for that. And jump at the next moment and overtake someone, or stay in his draft, in his you know what I mean, like behind him and closely behind him. For all of that you are getting points, and as long as you don't crash hard into a barrier or an opponent, you can uphold this combo and win more kudos during a normal race, like here, a driver's duel, a street race, a time trial. You get kudos in every type of race. Yet again, you're obviously getting the most kudos in the cone challenges, because, well, it's in the nature of the mode. You're just getting more kudos, and drifting, sliding in that mode is also rather encouraged in order to uphold the kudos chain combo, and thus, yeah, they are the best type of races in order to gain kudos. Oh, next race is the R32. Ah, here I obviously gained enough kudos to buy a new car. Kudo tokens, you're getting like tokens after acquiring a certain amount of kudo points during the races and throughout the kudo career. And basically it's like a leveling system. Like the first level is reached when you have acquired 5,000 kudo points, then the next level would be at 8,000, and the next level after that at 13,000 or something like that. And at the end of the game, in order to reach the next level, you would have to acquire more than 100,000 kudos points. So this is like an increasing thing. and now I won my first, I don't know how many Kudos tokens, I don't remember exactly. It was enough for the R32, which was, if I'm not mistaken, basically the class leading car, although it shared this class leading status with the Ford Focus, if I'm not mistaken. Here right now we're driving the first time through Stockholm in Sweden, which is the capital of Sweden. Great track and a great city. I would absolutely love to visit one day. Haven't yet. Like a great culture as well. I very much respect the Swedish culture. It's such a small country with really little people living in it. Like I'm not so sure, but it might be even less than 10 million. Like it's tiny going by population, and yet they still have so many known famous people and musicians. It's pretty amazing, I think. Well, yeah, the race is going rather well, I would say. First place, obviously. Again, it's much easier, certainly, with the Golf R32. It's a much quicker car than the Seat, and also very good handling. I guess for now I should leave you alone with the replay and enjoy some of that good music. Many of you will know where this is coming from. It's from another game. Also one of my favorite games of all time, basically. And, well, yeah, just enjoy the replay. Yeah, that was that race, and the next race is the Ford Focus, which I have bought with my newly acquired Kudos tokens and used in this new type of game mode, which is in German called Blitzgerät. Translated, that would directly mean lightning machine. Well, it means it's a speed trap. It's about driving through a speed trap at a certain minimum speed. And here I had to do it with the Ford Focus because it was the fastest car of the class for this type of challenge. And I even had to use manual gear shifting in this particular challenge, because when you would leave it in automatic, the car simply wouldn't be fast enough, wouldn't be quick enough. Also, really unique and creative, cool challenge in the game. I really enjoyed, and some of those were even really hard, to be honest. Regarding the replays or my playthrough in general, you have certainly noticed already that all the important data is missing, like speed especially, or like a map of the track, etc, etc. This is simply for the fact that the game developers thought it would be a good idea to leave all of this out during a saved replay. These are all saved replays I recorded, and I didn't know that they did this, because like, who does something like that? Honestly, I have never seen a game to do that, and you cannot enable it. It's just not there. It's not like it's disabled and you would be able to enable it again in the menus. No, you can't. It's I don't know, it's like completely senseless, and certainly takes away some of the enjoyment for the replays, because you cannot like check how fast were you going there and there, especially in the type of game modes like the cone challenges, and certainly especially the speed trap mode. It would be definitely helpful, like, to see how fast you were going, or for you viewers who may even play through the game yourselves, you would definitely like to see what type of speed you would need to take for this corner, or which gear you would need to take. So yeah, it's kind of stupid. I mean, it's pretty lame, but I couldn't change it afterwards, and I certainly wouldn't play through the game again completely and platinum all races and record it at the same time, while I would need like some 3 or 4 hours for a single challenge later in the game, and the cone challenges, because yeah, they are so hard, you know, they are really difficult. So yeah, this was the only opportunity for me to record my playthrough. Here again we're using the Ford Focus again. It is quicker than the Golf, I remember it is, and we're driving through Stockholm yet again. I also just checked which speed I needed in that first speed trap challenge with the Ford Focus. It was 149 kilometers per hour. This is exactly the speed I reached, and I don't know if I could ever go really even a single kilometer above it. Maybe 150 with a lot of luck, but yeah, it is barely doable. You need to drive absolutely perfectly in the speed traps in order to reach the required speed. There are some exceptions where the cars you can take are so OP, you know, so advantaged compared to any other car of the same class, that you can be a little bit lazy, so to say, in your driving. But yeah, most of the time you need to be absolutely perfect. And the class we are driving, the first class of the Kudos Championship, is called Compact Sport Series. I just checked. This is the official name of the game for the series we are driving right now. I just saw that we have only 15 seconds left. That's basically the first part of my new video series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment, maybe even share it on social media, and I'll see you in the next one.